All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, New England.
5-8. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
There we go.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Michel. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Back. Over.
He's coming. Double up.
5-8.
He's coming. Double up.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if he continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Kill. Hey, easy.
On 3rd down, Michel. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
26. 59.
25, check 25.
64.
Watch that, watch that, watch that. Shift.
Tight dog. Tighten up. Check. Check 59.
Check 3. Bump, motion.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 63 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
59.
SOS.
Another time. Out.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Kill. Switch. Here we go.
Play action. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 49-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Hey, alert! Fast!
Shift.
Alert! Hey, 59!
Flare. Joker. Hey, check 20.
59!
Hey, alert 3.
Let's go!
Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. No. Off. Shift. You're good. High forward, ready. Crunch. 20 seconds.
From the gun, it's Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Let's go, baby.
It's a big play there for the Patriots. 63 yards.
Ready.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
It's 2nd down.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch out. Watch twist.
Now Breeze. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6'6", bullet high.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Bravo.
41 Mike, right here.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
The Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 38.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
59.
Just heavy on the edges.
Jam. 54. Time to go.
Here's Mostert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Right there.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Kill. 59. I got it.
Now Watson. It's Hill, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This will be taken short. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
41.
That's what I do. Hey, kill. Ready, tackle.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
4 down. Wide. Get wide.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
53. Go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to throw, Watson being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Let's go, Mike.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. J.J. Watt getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Breeze now. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Under 10, 10.
24. 49, check 49.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
6 guys.
Now Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
55, 59. Alert.
Check your hot read. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Kill. Shift. Check nickel.
At 31.
Safe.
Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson, and that is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 26, check 26. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 25. Check.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Hayward. 51's the mic, boy. 51. Yo. Hey, Mike 51. 26.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Mostert. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
19. 55. I got you, boy. 50 out.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Duron Harmon, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10.
Kill.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Ready.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. 20.
Hey, kill.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down, New England.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground is Michel. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Tight dog. Tighten up. Hey, kill. My mate.
To throw is Breeze. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Yeah, we get a look at it here, but hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Silver. Bravo. 54.
From the gun on third, Watson.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, kill. Watch the twist. Slams.
Hey, Charlie.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Hey, watch.
Here you go, 21. Ready, tackle.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? Yellow lady. Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike 20. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Under.
Hey, let's get this.
Twist. 11.
Shift.
On third and long, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
51. Mike 51.
Check pass, check pass.
Joker.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
55.
Hey, alert 3.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
59. No. Off.
51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Record. Down and go.
From the gun, Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Watson now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Reset. 19.
Mike. All day.
59.
58's Mike. 58. 58.
Hey, alert.
Who that? Check. Crunch.
Down and go.
From the 50, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter does this sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Check. Watch twist.
Watch out. Hey, orbit. Here we go. Motion.
To throw, it's Breeze. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Over. Check 3, check 5-1. Hey, kill. Hey, easy. Bump. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 3. He's coming. 0-2. Check 24. Check 24.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flush to his right.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Hill on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check the outs.
They go to Johnson again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier. Duran Harmon on the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set. 18.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Check 99. Check 99.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Slam. 54.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Touchdown, Houston. Raheem Mostert, 70 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
5'8", 5'8". There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Jam him, jam him, jam, jam. Hatchet.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready?
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. Hey, easy.
Here's Breeze. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check. Wide, get wide. Watch the safety creep. 12. Mike 20.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. And he will find his man on the outside. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter. Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
11.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze, he's going to air one out. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 1-yard line.
Reset. 18. 58's Mike. Time to go. Night. Double tight. 9 go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
31. 9 go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll find Metcalf. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
58's the Mike. Bring it. Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check 4.
On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here we go. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58's the Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Alert. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's been a long day for you. 58's the Mike.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
He's not going to get me.
On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Watson on the keeper.
I got you. I got you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Today's final score, Texans.
And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.